Hello guys, and welcome back once again to my channel. The name is always GHV. In today's episode is the aspect whereby we connect our entire pipe to our poly tank. We are done raising our poly tank structure a few months ago, and it's time to connect the entire room to the poly tank. This aspect does not cost much, so don't be scared. The materials for this entire work was 3,387 Ghana cedis. And the workmanship was 700 Ghana cedis. The workmanship was charged together with the connecting of the waste and the washroom pipe, but unfortunately we were unable to complete the water side, so I paid them more than half of the money, so later I would add the balance to them. So in this aspect, the balance I gave them was 700 Ghana cedis. Don't get it wrong, the workmanship for this entire project was not 700 Ghana cedis. During the time of the installation, I already told you guys I didn't want to use a pumping machine, so I decided to raise my poly tank structure way more higher so water can really flow. And after they were done with the installation, the water really flew. I was so impressed with the pressure, even though it's not as much as pumping machine would give though, but I would say I'm so impressed because without a pumping machine, if I'm able to have this kind of pressure, then I'm good to go. The reason why I didn't like the pumping machine was the fact that you will need to buy credit, you need to give it electricity, and whenever there's light off, you won't be having a good pressure in your washrooms and all of that. So I wanted to avoid all this stress. That's the reason why I decided to raise my poly tank structure. So if you are also about to construct your poly tank structure, you can raise it above height. It will really help you. Before the passing of the pipe, they did a few cutting and a few digging, which was just on the surface of the soil. We all know water is very strong, so there's no need to do a foot deep digging, because when there's an issue, you pass through a lot of stress and you need to avoid that. They used few days to do this work, which was approximately 3 days. It wasn't a difficult job, I would say. Now that I'm done with this aspect, I think I'll go ahead to do my compound landscaping. But for the pipe side, I will just use these pavement blocks at the tip of the line that they cut, so it wouldn't be much stress in case there's a leakage or anything else. Water is very strong. Always keep in mind, anything can happen in this aspect of plumbing. You plumbing worker, you have to be very careful because you shouldn't trust much. Those pipes can't really be trusted. You know, anything can happen. Maybe during the installation, a stone can fall on it or whatever. And the moment a bit plumbing side na men trusted pipe ni bebre and can say, oh, major pipe ni major work and there won't be any problem. Now men go ahead and find no engineer son can say, oh, then I should do what I want to do. I mean so and go back again. No. You see this side, I'll be using the pavement blocks for that side alone. Man, it's me the best as if maybe a omodege and omode insuni pipe na to me the pavement blocks no ebeto e one sa kwa kusi echo. The only side I mean baby a sloopy our step in the side on say one sloopy sane until a fees are cave one equal down there mini pavement but echo nangasa no on say a linear kakama, so between the pavement afa no kama just in case it be a dachi obin kase be BBC, but you have to think twice in case there's an issue because we in concrete we are aware say concrete there we are obesaya obre so e be na tum me master bedroom we had to remove all the concrete and it was very difficult job at I say. So anytime I plumbing works, don't trust the pipe that much. or don't trust the work that they are doing that much. You also have to use your mind. But I say, but I don't really trust them. Like I said, the work that they are doing, and there wouldn't be a problem. Anything can happen. So, me use my drink. I say, oh, ahano, me going to concrete. Me say, what I say, that I say, Sir, intinisemi I say, oh yeah, plumbing inside and what take you very, very good notice. Now one say what you shoot while drinking and there yeah, maybe 1 or 2 because plumbing don't know be cool. Or be catch you say, oh, me enya she. No we jaw we nya problem na obe funa ba be juice ka foforo nti wona wo so wisu wa adwen mata se na se fort na ekoye kitwa ne eje oketwa ekoye kese bejo kese mata se insu hu den pa me I'm much concerned about water because water is very, very strong. Someone would ask, where do I connect my water to the poly tank? Let me answer you straightforward. I have not drilled a borehole yet. My water is connected from one woman who is around the neighborhood. She is the one who distributes water to the neighbors. So what I did was I bought 75 yards of the Duraplast cable, which is that black cable they use to distribute water. I bought 75 yards and we dig the ground from my place to the woman's place, which we place the pipe in it and then we seed it with the sand. So my pipe is connected straight from the woman to my poly tank, in which whenever there's no water, I just call her, I need water, and then she opens it for me. So I don't worry much about water side and all of that, because for now I have not drilled a borehole yet. So that's where I get my water from. And she always charge me 60 cedis for the 2,000 liters. The 2,000 liters is not enough for me, but for temporary use I would say it's okay for me. But later on I would go for the 5,000 liters or maybe 4,000 liters. So for now, I'm managing the 2,000 liters and I just pay 60 cedis each and every time I want to refill. So initially, that solved 90% of my water problems. We are done with this stage, so I can move to another stage of my project, which is I want to start completing the top floor and then roof it, because the concentration is now on the top floor. A lot of aspect has been done in my project and I would say I'm very happy. It's left with few tiling works for the ground floor, even though it's still not completed yet to date. But I want to complete the block work for the first floor and then roof it. And when we are done with the top floor, we connect the up pipe to the other poly tank. So basically, we are going to use, let's say, 3 or 4 poly tank. 2 at the top and a reservoir 2 at the middle. So the 4 poly tank, 1 is for the ground floor and the other is for the top floor. The top floor is 4-bedroom apartment, which is 2-bedroom apartments separate each, and they will be served with 1 poly tank and a reservoir. So therefore, it will be enough for them. I wanted to give each an apartment separate poly tank, but for now, I can't really tell. But my decision is to give them 1 poly tank, but very large and spacious, which I was thinking of the 5,000 liters. That would be enough for the 2, at least. So this brings us to the end of this episode. Kindly share your ideas and thoughts in the comment section if you want. You can ask questions, share your ideas. We are all brothers and sisters. There's one love. I thank each and everyone who has been following me since day one. You know how the journey has been. Very, very tough. Since I'm living in my own apartment, there's no pressure at all. When I have the funds, I do what I want to do. I'm going no competition with anyone. I'm comfortable here. Even though it's not even completed, I can say it's almost 60% completed, because right now I'm done with much aspects in this project. So it left with few other things, which is right after I'm done with the block work and the roofing for the top floor, there will be petty stuff that I will need to do to start renting it out, which is the electricals, the POP, and it's done. So I would encourage you to keep working hard, keep an eye on your projects, never give up. It's very tough. You could stuck along the road, along the line. Don't flop. You have to keep pushing. Building is very hard. So if you have the money now, you have to do it now. So thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next episode.